Good evening and welcome to another tutorial. So today we are going to learn how to achieve this stylish curve line with a corset pattern. I have my pattern paper here and it measures my blouse length. So from the starting point there, I measure down to the armhole, and from there I measure down to my bust point, and from the shoulder I measure down to my under bust, and also to the half length, and then the last part is my hemline. So I measure my shoulder and I bring what I have there on the shoulder down to my chest line. Then I go ahead and connect the straight line. So I want to draw my shoulder slant, and from there I divide what I have left and I divide it into two, and then I come in here at the midpoint by. So from the midpoint here, I also measure my bust circumference, and I will connect from there, making sure the 3 points meet each other from the slope to the center and to the bust point. Sorry, to the bust measurement. So the next thing I'll do is to measure my nipple to nipple. So from my nipple to nipple, I'll draw this line I have here. I'll draw it, connect all the lines together like this. So for my dart intake, what I'll do is I'll first of all determine where I want my dart intake to be, which is on my under bust. And from there, the dart, I believe we all know how to take our dart. Your bust circumference divided minus your under bust circumference, whatever you have divided into two, then what you have, you're going to be sharing it across your nipple to nipple line. So that's how you go about it. So this is for my under bust dart, and for the over bust, I'll go up by like so from my chest line, I'll go up by like 1 inch. Although I'll still go up again because I remember the person said she don't want her chest to be revealed at all. So what I'll do is I took 1 inch on both sides at the over bust, and here I'm going to be connecting what I had here on the under bust here. I'll connect it to meet my nipple point like so, and I'll also connect from my nipple point to what I have on my dart leg at the upper part here like this. So I'm going to be replacing that dart here on the chest line and replace it here like this. What I'll do next is to come up here a bit and give it a little curve, because I don't want it to have a curve and at the same time I don't want it to be too straight. So I'll just slant it and blend my hand like this. So I'm measuring the dart here and see if the dart legs are longer than each other. I think it's almost okay, so I just blend it in like this. I'll curve my hand like so. So guys, what I will do next is to take my body measurement. So my bust circumference plus I'll divide it by 4 plus the dart I have here, and also plus my 2 inches sewing allowance. On the under bust, I'll take my under bust circumference divided by 4 plus my dart I have here on the other bust, the dart intake I have already, and I added my sewing allowance. I'll also come to my waist and measure my waist circumference divided by 4. I'll replace my dart and also my sewing allowance. So I'll do the same thing for my hip. So I'll go ahead and connect the line together. Like so. I'm sorry the camera is not showing there. I'm the one doing the recording at the same time. That's why. So that's been done. So remember I said I'll go up again because I want it to be really, really common. So I also went up like this by like 1 inch. So I'm just going to be blending what I have here. Take my dots like this. So I'll blend it in just to cover up for that space I had. I don't want it first to be revealing. So this upper line will be my new chest line, while the other one I'm just going to cancel it. So if you're not too sure of how to go about it, what you will do is from the upper part, just measure to how low or how much you want your bust to open or how much you want to open your cleavage. So I think it's better than that way. So I'm starting from my under bust. Don't forget this is an under bust uh, corset. So I'm starting from my under bust like this. Under bust bustier. So I'll cut it like this. That's what the way I'll be cutting it like. So I also take my darts from this down part. I'll remove my darts. So if you don't want it to have joining, you can just go ahead and sew it back. Just use your masking tape to cover it, to take it and cut it as one piece, or you can cut it one there to have joining. So, so this is what my pattern looks like after cutting it out. The next thing I'll do is to label it, and I'll go ahead and cut the back panel. So for the back panel, I have my pattern here. So I'll measure my lines. I have already gone ahead to measure the lines. I have my shoulder, my chest line, my zipper allowance. I measure my nipple to nipple. So I've gone ahead to do everything. These are just the normal basic lines we know, and also to my hair. So on the nipple to nipple, I'll be taking my dart. So I'm just trying to tell you here that I've also removed my zipper dart. So here is the nipple to nipple. On the waistline, I'm going to measure half inch, and I'll be connecting it to meet the blouse neck like this. So from there, I'll also connect to meet the chest line. Alright, so I measure my bust circumference divided by 4. I also came to the waistline and repeated the same thing, my waist circumference divided by 4 plus my dart intake. So and I added my sewing allowance. So I'm still doing the same thing for my hip. My hip circumference divided by 4 plus my sewing allowance. And I'm connecting the dots together at the side like this. So another thing I did for the front is I went over like 1.5 and I'll blend it in like this just to give my blouse a little curve at that point. So there's this fitting, there's this beauty gives when you do like that. So I don't just want my back to be straight like that. So I'm going to be covering it a little bit slant at the down part. So I came down by like 0.05 and I curve it like so. So basically I'm done with the back. So the next thing I'll do is to go ahead and cut this out. So remember, we don't need this upper part, but for those of us that might need it, this will serve as your yoke. But I don't need it for mine. So cut out my darts. So here is the back, and I'll go ahead and cut my fabric now. So I'm just labeling it, especially when you're working with a slimmer person. You might need to do this to indicate the side, the front, the up, because they are looking alike. But because this is for a plus size, so it's so obvious. And here is my sleeve. So for my sleeve, I'll fold my fabric like this, and what I have here is for both sleeves. So the length I have is about 28 inches, and the height is of about 7 inches. Remember our yoke at the upper part, whatever you minus from it, that will be your yoke. So I'm going to be working with one of them first. So I'll use it to show you what my sleeve will be looking like. So I'll just go ahead and cut an elastic band. So advice, depending on the color of dress you're working with, so you use and then use the elastic to give it together at the shoulder. So for the remaining part, I'm going to cut out my use my pattern to cut on my fabric. Here is my Mikado. I'm using a Mikado fabric for this. So I'll go ahead and cut all the pieces, and then I've already added all my allowance on my pattern while cutting, so I'm not going to be adding any allowance to this. So guys, if you have found this helpful in any way, don't forget to hit on the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and also share for other sewing platforms, so it might be helpful and useful in any way. Please don't forget to hit on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. So here are my tiny apostles gonna have to cut lining for all of it. And guys, so I don't want the tutorial to be too long. So this will be for the first part. I'll be dropping the link for the sewing part also. So you can just feel free to check. So see you in my next video, and bye.